Outgoing Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah met with the Congress Parliamentary Party Chairperson Sonia Gandhi and Leader of the Opposition Rahul Gandhi at 10 Janpath earlier in the day. Now, this comes a day after Siddaramaiah submitted his resignation from the post of Chief Minister in Karnataka. And as per sources, Congress leadership has asked Siddaramaiah to reconsider his decision over their offer of sending him to Rajya Sabha. Now, after the meeting, Siddaramaiah tweeted on platform X stating that he had a cordial meeting with Leader of the Opposition in the Lok Sabha, Rahul Gandhi, at his 10 Janpath residence in New Delhi today. Siddaramaiah submitting his resignation to the Governor's Special Secretary at Lok Bhavan following discussions with the Congress High Command amid a likely leadership change in the state is where his resignation was accepted by the Governor Thawar Chand Gehlot a day later on Friday. But these intense discussions are on over the formation of the next government in the state and the ongoing power transition within the party. The outgoing Chief Minister earlier met the Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge at his residence in the national capital. Siddaramaiah was accompanied by Karnataka Ministers Priyank Kharge, K.J. George and his son MLC Yatindra Siddaramaiah. Take a look at reactions coming in on the story.
It has strengthened the Congress party now because it is Mr. Siddaramaiah who is taking lead for all these changes and new developments. It is he who is taking leadership. The Congress party offered him Rajya Sabha. He politely said, I will continue to be in state politics. That is now question ruled out as of today. But in Congress party and also in state, there will be a position carved out for himself.
And to discuss this further, I'm joined by my colleague Brijesh Pandey. Well, Brijesh, as far as Congress party is concerned, they have always been irresolute when it comes to the leadership transition, either at the state level or at the central level. What is the hiccup over here? Where are the areas of concern as far as leadership change is concerned? Do we know for a fact that Siddaramaiah is going to get into the Rajya Sabha? What is his reason to decline that offer being made, and why is the central leadership impressing upon Siddaramaiah to take it up?
Well, I think, the reason why central leadership is impressing upon Siddaramaiah to take up the Rajya Sabha seat is because they want him to be, to play a part in the national organization rather than, stay put at Karnataka. And many believe that this may foment trouble in the newly formed government under D.K. Shivakumar's leadership. The second point is that, Siddaramaiah knows about it, and he also knows that right now the iron is hot. And this is the reason why, he is talking to both the Congress party president, Mallikarjun Kharge, and also Rahul Gandhi to make sure that he can get as many people, as many loyalists he has to be accommodated, including his son Yatindra, to be accommodated in the new cabinet formation under D.K. Shivakumar as the Chief Minister of Karnataka. And I think, a lot of back and forth is happening on that front only. Siddaramaiah knows that, a Rajya Sabha seat is something which is not going to augment his power or will change his position as far as leadership or his stature within the politics of Karnataka, and that is the reason why he has declined the post of he has declined the offer to be sent to the upper house. But I think right now, if you ask me, the maximum emphasis is the maximum work is being done on the front as to how many loyalists and his son he can get accommodated in the new cabinet, and also the kind of portfolio they get as far as the new cabinet formation is concerned.
Absolutely, Brijesh, but it is also an area of concern as far as the central leadership is concerned to not make Siddaramaiah look bad. And is it about some sense of a image issue that Siddaramaiah cannot be seen as an outgoing chief minister who has dedicated his life for the work in Karnataka? He needs to be rewarded. Is this a sense of reward for Siddaramaiah? And what lies ahead in the event that Karnataka will now have a new chief minister?
Well, I don't think that it's being seen as a reward. So basically, what is happening is that the top leadership of the Congress party is wants to make sure that there is no fissure and as far as the new government formation is concerned, and that is the reason why the offer for the post of offer for Rajya Sabha membership was given to Siddaramaiah, because they don't want to, this to be seen as Siddaramaiah didn't get anything post him demitting office. But the fact of the matter is that, everyone knew that this was a two and a half year term chief ministership. It was the chief ministership which was being offered which was offered to Siddaramaiah was on a rotational basis, and so the party feels that there is no way this can be seen as whether Siddaramaiah has been dealt a bad pack of cards. And second part is, which is the more important part, is that Karnataka is going to go to polls in next 2 years, and the party wants to approach the election by putting their best foot forward. They feel that a disgruntled DKS has a potential to harm the electoral prospect of Karnataka in 28 and also in 29 when the general election comes. They feel that DK Shivakumar is a better bet when it comes to dealing with the Congress, with the BJP in the state of Karnataka, which is also going through its own problems of dissension within its organizational setup. So they feel that DKS is a perfect candidate to do it, because this way the Congress leadership will also be seen in a good light, in the correct frame, where that they have walked the talk, they have kept their promise which was made to DK Shivakumar.
I agree, Brajesh, that there is an attempt by the central leadership of the Congress party to placate both faction, to placate both the senior leaders, and let this transition come out to be as smooth as possible. But is the transition going to be smooth, Brajesh? Because there are very well-defined camps in Karnataka. More than any other state, we see entrenched camps, especially in Karnataka, where the DK Shivakumar faction and Siddaramaiah faction. Will this factionalism and this change of guard, change of chief minister, make the journey ahead smoother for the Congress party, or will it pose challenges, especially considering that they are going to go into election in a few years?
Well, it will pose, the usual challenges, the usual hiccups which are there. As you rightly mentioned that, that both camps are very well-entrenched camp as far as politics of Karnataka is concerned. But given the fact that, that the biggest hurdle which many believe, could have happened if Siddaramaiah could have dug his heel and refused to resign, or threw a fit at the time of resignation, that would have been, bad press as far as Congress leadership is concerned. Now, how they can placate Siddaramaiah is also by giving his loyalist and his son, getting them well accommodated in the government. And I think, that is something which Siddaramaiah is also aiming for, because he knows that, that the decision to change has taken place, and there's going to be no big revolt per se by any section of member legislative assembly as far as the Karnataka Congress is concerned. So he has made his peace, and I think, like as with any politician that happens, once you are on the outgo, you also want to make sure that, your loyalists and your son are very well accommodated, so that it doesn't cause any kind of problem for them. And I think, the Congress leadership is also aware of the fact, and by and large, I think, the real Siddaramaiah loyalist and his son are likely to be accommodated, and accommodated well as far as the new government formation is concerned.